Before we get into this guide, let me just say this is not something most people are going to pull off on their first try. It's going to be a little frustrating at first, and it's going to take some practice for sure. It might seem like 9 minutes is not enough time, but as you get more and more familiar with the track, you'll find there is more than enough time even if you make mistakes. The following is one of my successful runs where it all came down to a perfect start, and how the time I saved at the beginning helped me overcome all of the mistakes the rest of the way. Be sure to start your engine, engage your all-wheel drive, and only when you're ready, accelerate to begin the trial. Also, don't hit that tree stump. Practice getting over the rocks in automatic gear. You want to gun it at the start of the slippery slope and arch your vehicle over to the other side. It's okay to practice this first section in low and low plus gear, but you'll shave off a lot of time once you can do it all in automatic gear, and this includes getting over the bridge. I know there is a way to do this trial backwards, and my suggestion is to learn the track in this direction before even attempting the backward way. And maybe you're watching this video after trying it that way, so you know that it really isn't any easier. Your goal is to make it over the bridge and to the top of this hill by the 8-minute mark or better. This next part is tricky. Your goal is to ride off this cliff and end up on all 4 tires. Going about it this way, I was able to nail the landing about 75% of the time. If you can get right side up before the 7:30 mark, keep going. If not, now would be a good time to restart and practice doing this first part of the track until you hit the target time. Stay near the boulders so that one set of tires is on solid ground. I lost some valuable time here. There are some annoying branches along the way which can slow you down further. The first checkpoint is just beyond this boulder, which apparently has a very strong gravitational pull. At the top, you can quick winch onto the tree to the left. This will whip you back around the way you need to go without letting go off of the accelerator. My quick winch strategy failed, but still doing good on time. You want to be out of this area and back in the swamp at the 6:30 mark. Avoid trees, like that one. I'm just hitting the trees to give you the opportunity to catch up. Yeah, that's it. And hug the shore all the way around to this point here. As soon as you get on any type of solid ground, throw it into high gear and make the climb to the top while avoiding the downed trees as much as possible. Your goal is to be at the top of this hill by 5:40. Watch out for the tree stump on the right. See, I didn't hit that one that time. The road is pretty open all the way up until the next checkpoint, so just keep it upright and seriously don't hit any trees on this next part. You'll need to squeeze past a couple trees just before the next checkpoint, and it's a sharp turn to avoid hitting the boulder. Then you want to force your way through here, but be ready with your winch in case you get caught on the boulder or a tree branch so that you can pull your way through. Ideally, you want to be leaving this tree trap around the 4:50 to 5-minute mark. Continue on until you get past the boulder to the right. You'll need to barrel your way through in between these two pine trees and up the hill to the right. The path you need to take is hidden behind the next set of pine trees. It's a narrow, winding path, and if it's your first time here, it can be very annoying, as you need to position your wheels perfectly to avoid getting stuck and having to put it in reverse several times. I'm sure you'll need to practice this part a few times until you can get it just right. Your goal is to be on the top of the hill and hitting the checkpoint at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Once you've gotten the checkpoint at the top, be sure to switch over to the low plus gear so that you have better control in descending down the cliff. You'll need to get in between the two pine trees and the boulder on the way down. I'm going to demonstrate what can happen if you take it too fast. This will give you some more time to catch up if you're a little behind. The goal is to be crossing the bridge at 2:45 or better. Anything less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds at this point, you're probably not going to make it. For this next section here, you'll need to back it up to the checkpoint below the bridge and then throw it into drive as soon as your truck is straightened out. Stay to the right as much as possible without going for a swim to get onto the next rocky section, and stay towards the middle of the path when climbing the hill, as the boulders and trees have extra gravitational forces here, it would seem. All jokes aside, it just seemed like after such a great start, anything that could go wrong did go wrong on this trial. But as you'll see very soon, don't give up and hit that restart button just yet. I almost lost it on this bridge too. It's getting close to crunch time. Once you round this corner here, this is now the home stretch. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's going to be really close at this point. Of course, I have been stretching this out as much as possible for demonstration purposes. And again, wheel positioning will be important here, as bouncing the wrong way will delay you even more. So you may need to practice this part a few times. Once you reach the dirt, it's a matter of keeping your foot on the accelerator. We are reaching the end of the trial here. If you can make it to this point, that's a good thing, even if you run out of time. Because each time you do it, practice will improve your muscle memory, and it's just a matter of time until you reach your goal. When you get to this lake, aim for the shore and don't dive into the water like I did. And for the love of God, do not hit any more strategically placed trees. If you can do all that, that should be just enough to get to the last checkpoint. You can now enjoy a constant reminder on your dashboard of just how ridiculously painful this trial really was. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel today so that you never miss a video. As always, thank you for your support, and see you next time.